Welcome to another edition of Timoteo TV. I am your host this week, Buddy Martinez. And to my right here, we have Leo Moda, Alan, trying to get in the Hall of Fame, Carmona, and Chris Steady-Lar over there. Hey, guys, we are coming to you straight from the huddle this past week. We had Jordan Matthews and Nick Foles. If you guys are interested in coming to the huddle, we're going to have it again next week on Tuesday at Esperanza High School. For more information, feel free to text us, give us a call, and we can let you guys know. Or you can just show up over there, go on the app, and I believe you go into the sign-up section. You'll see huddle, and you can sign up to go. I believe we're going to have a new player there next week. Jordan Matthews probably will be there next week, but we might have another player as well. Hey, guys, did you guys have fun at the huddle this week?
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
That's it. Hey, guys had a good time. They were signing autographs, taking pictures, free pizza. Yeah, there's going to be food, everything there. And we do talk a little bit about life over there, too. So make sure you guys come on out. Hey, guys, what a week this last week, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. So now coming into this week here, we're going into our first game already here. We got the Pac-9 against the new and improved Panthers.
Yes.
The Panthers actually came out and showed some life this week. Chris Lahr, what do you think about this game?
Yeah, I can't believe, after these games, the season's half over already. I think we need to extend it to 12 games or something. It's too short.
Wow.
But anyway, the Packers, everybody knows the Packers. They're one of the elite teams. They're third on offense, fourth on defense. Panthers are ninth on offense, but last week they were 12th on offense. So they had the greatest improvement of an offense this week. Sahib Burroughs, you guys need to know him. This is the quarterback for the Panthers. I saw him last year and saw something in him last year, and he didn't end up panning out because of the plays and things weren't what he needed, and he didn't play last year. But I see something in this kid that's real and legit. A lot of people thought I was crazy when I saw something in Burlacher, a few years ago, and he tore up the league for a year for the Panthers. It was the greatest coach. Well, I'm saying this is the greatest quarterback in the Panthers since Burlacher, and I think Saheed has something for the Packers this week, or the Pac-9, or the 49ers, whoever you want to call them. I think it's going to be close. When you look at both these teams, right, they both played the Seahawks, so the Pac-9 and the Panthers. There was 19-26 when the Seahawks beat the Pac-9. Well, last week, Panthers took them in a double overtime, almost beat them twice. There's a couple mistakes. They ended up losing 26-32. It's a close one. I think it's a new improved Panthers. I think the Panthers actually upset the Pac-9 this week, 31-27.
Do you think
Yes.
Randall is a better quarterback than Burrow?
No, I think Burrow, when I look at the tape, was the best in the
Panthers franchise?
In the Panthers franchise.
Interesting.
Yeah, and
We
so-
would have had him one more year, they would have won two.
Now, do you think the Panthers defense, Leo, has what it takes to compete with all of the Pac-9's weapons?
No. I was really impressed by the Panthers. I took a couple shots at their coaching staff last week, and I don't know what happened. He must have listened. Whatever it is. You guys suck. I'm going to have to start talking trash again. Taquan, you suck. Get your guys together. Do what you got to do. But it was a really close game last week. They shocked the lead. Honestly, the Panthers lost that game. They had plenty of opportunities to close out. They made small mistakes, and it hurted them at the end. But I just think that the Pac-9, they're gelling on another level now. They're getting better every week. Pelo's getting better every week, and I don't think that the quarterback is going to do a really good job at getting away from Pelo when Pelo rushes in this week. So I just think the Pac-9 is going to be a little too much for them. I got them winning by 2 touchdowns, like 28-14.
All right.
Yep.
Same question for you, Alan. Do you think the Panthers can stop any of these weapons that the Pac-9 have?
No, I don't think so. Because Pelo is a big weapon for the Pac-9. He's little, but he could do a lot of. You know what I'm saying? He's this big, but he could do this much. You know what I'm saying? He's a sacker. He's a quarterback. He's like I believe he's like the top 2 quarterback in the league.
So he's this big, and he does a lot.
He does a lot.
You don't do much.
They say, big things come in small packages. That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Pelo's been doing a good job of spreading the ball a little bit. He definitely has a lot of mouths to feed over there with all their weapons over there. But he's thrown already to 7 touchdowns to 7 different players this year. So it doesn't matter who they kind of put out there. So going in this week, the Panthers, do you guys think that are they disappointed after the loss, or they're excited that they were able to?
They're excited.
That was a motivational boost.
They
and they're only going to get better. Now that they actually have one guy playing quarterback, that might help. Stick to that one guy, let him get better. and you guys will get better throughout the season. They might be scary, might sneak into like the 7th or 8th seed, and might be one of those teams that can upset a 1 seed.
Yeah. So what is your prediction, Alan? What do you got?
I got 26-19. Packers are going to come up top.
26. You got a close game, so you got the Panthers showing some life. Lil, you ready to give your score?
Yes, sir. 28-14.
28-14. So me, I'm thinking. The Panthers, they definitely show some life. If they can get through this 3-game schedule that they kind of have here, they can show some life, maybe make a run for the playoffs. But I just think the Pac-9 are just a little bit too much. I'm going Pac-9, 30-25. Then we got our next game. Our next 12 o'clock game is by far the biggest game of the year. You have the hot Lions, the undefeated Lions. I don't know if I've said that enough. Undefeated Lions versus the Seahawks, who are also undefeated. But when you look at the teams here, you say the Lions are hot, and the Seahawks they're kind of just going through the motions here. What do you think, Chris, about this game?
Every year I look at the schedule way ahead of time. And when I looked at this game, I didn't even look at it very long because I thought, okay, this can probably be the 2-1 or 3-0 Colts versus,
They got Colts in the
Seahawks, versus the Lions, who haven't probably even won a game, So this is shocking. And what's more shocking is the Lions actually are number 1 in the power rankings now. I mean, which is shocking because they're second in offense, 1 on defense, and that's the most shocking thing of the whole thing is their defense, because usually their defense stinks. And then you have the Colts were 1 on offense, but the 3rd in defense, so they actually bypass the Colts. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's nothing but a mirage. It's fake. It's not a real reality that we're looking at right now for the Lions. I'm glad that they had a soft schedule to start the season because now that is probably just enough to get them into the playoffs. But so far they played the Panthers, who are 0-3. They played the Texans, who are 0-3. They played the Bengals, who are 1-2, who beat an 0-3 Chargers team. So they haven't beat anybody yet. I don't know if they're real. We're not going to know until they're real until about 1:30 on Saturday. I just don't think they have what it takes. I think Seahawks beat them easily 37-20.
What do you think about the Lions quarterback, Vic, going up against Mikey? I believe this is his first huge test of the year for Vic. What do you think about them two quarterbacks? What's the matchup?
I think they're both really great quarterbacks. I tell you guys all the time, I think Mikey's the best quarterback in the league. I think
Is he playing like the best quarterback in the league right now?
You guys might not be used to this kind of stuff because you guys don't, you haven't closed out games. You have yet to win a playoff game with the Panthers. But what the Seahawks are doing, they're playing playoff football every week. So when the playoffs come around, they're going to be used to these close games. And when it comes to first round, second round,
but
playoffs,
should these games be close?
And these games be close.
Should they be
close? It doesn't matter because when the playoff comes around, they're going to be comfortable. They're going to be used to it. They're going to know how to close these games out. And that's what it comes to. Not folding, not losing confidence in the man next to you when the game is close. And that's what the Seahawks are doing now. They're building chemistry and they're building confidence. They're not worrying about the score. They're worrying about one thing what matters at the end of the day when the clock is on 0, and that's winning games. And that's exactly what the Seahawks are going to do this week. I think the Lions are hot. I think they're good, and they're getting better every week. But I just think that Mikey's the better quarterback out of the two quarterbacks going into this. But it is going to be a close game. I don't think the Lions are for all, as Chris thinks they are. I think the Lions, this is only going to show that they are a top 3 team in this league, and they're going to lose by 2 points, 27-25.
27-25. Hey, Alan, do you think Vic is a legitimate quarterback? Where would you rank him now in the league?
Rank him? I'd say top 7.
Top 7. So you're saying he's barely in that.
He's barely making a line.
So you don't think? So you've been unimpressed so far?
Nope. The thing is,
he's thrown the most completions, 76 completions, way more than anybody else in the league.
He has. Now they're going against the Seahawks. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, Mikey's the best quarterback in the league. Can Gio get him?
Is Mikey playing like the best quarterback in the league?
He's playing smart. That's what it's all at. He's playing smart.
That's going to be the matchup right there with Mikey and Gio. Gio putting on good pressure on Mikey. All Mikey's going to do is what he loves to do when the pressure comes.
Gio_215.
Give it to Tashim.
Yep.
He's going to dump it off to Tashim to avoid getting sacked. But Mikey does have a little bit underrated moves in the backfield when they come to get him. But that's going to be an interesting matchup. The Seahawks also have a good rusher as well. And it's the same thing over there. I was watching quarterback of the Lions moving. He can beat the rush as well with his legs.
Hey, real quick, guys, who do you think has the edge defensively? And you think this game's going to be close? Defense goes very
I
well.
got Seahawks.
Seahawks defense is better?
Yep.
It's weird, man. They both run this weird defense. I know the Lions run 3-3, 1 at the line. That's you
so
guys
the gaps
are playing.
open. The
gaps are open.
They're running the Colts defense.
They're playing the Colts run 2 safeties.
2 safeties? Barely.
Also with the The Seahawks are running cover 2 1 minute, then they go back to their basic deep third where the corners are playing deep thirds and bailing out. So I think the completions are going to continue on both sides of the ball, but it's just going to come down whoever's get the most extra points, and I think the Seahawks will convert.
It's still a close game.
Because they had basically a practice in the goal line last week. Well, what is it? Double overtime they went into?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Double.
So they know what to do when they get in the goal line.
Gotcha. The Seahawks have been unimpressive. They unimpressed me all year so far. I don't know if they've been just kind of playing to their competition. I'm hoping they wake up. I want to see more exciting football. Usually with a team like that, I mean, these guys should be blowing guys out 40-6. I mean, that's usually what a dominant team does. They haven't been dominant all year long. The Lions, on the other hand, have been, and I think this is where they're going to set their tone. I think they might have passed the Seahawks as the top 2 team in the league, and I got the Lions winning this game in a close one. I got it going 31-28. All right, guys, now we got another very important game this week, our first 1:30 game. We have the Cards versus the Bengals. Now, you don't want to start thinking playoffs now, but this is an important game. If the Bengals can get the 2 wins here, they have definitely a shot at making the playoffs for the first time in their history. The Cards, on the other hand, do not want to start the season without any wins here. They don't want to dig an even bigger hole for themselves and start off the season 0-4. Chris, how do you break down this game?
There's 4 teams right now with 0 wins, and I would say there's about 6 teams that are really in contention for that bottom 4 teams. The Cards, which are interesting this year, because usually they're pretty good on offense, and they stink on defense. But this year, they're actually 12th on offense, and they're doing pretty good on defense. They're 7th on defense considering losing so much. But I think this is do or die, and I still believe that the Cards have what it takes to win some games, and I think this is the time when they have a breath of life because there's so many teams vying. They can still get into the grade 8. I think they win this game 18-13 in a close one.
18-13.
I beg to differ. I think the Cardinals have talent over there. But again, everything starts at the quarterback spot. There's a lot of inconsistency. We were unable to see the switch at quarterback really because due to the rain and the field conditions. So it was more of a lot of running. That's where he got most of his big plays from. Not only that, but the Cardinals just can't seem to close the game out. They went up, 12-0 against the boys. And, they had the game within reach to just sit there and score another touchdown and put it away. And they don't know how to close games. I think the Bengals are getting better each week. And they have consistency at quarterback with their quarterback getting better every week. And he's been playing quarterback since week 1. So I think Pika's going to come out here and he's going to, this is going to be a confidence builder for him. And it's going to help the Bengals arguably try to get into the playoff this year with this win. And I think the Bengals will win this game 32-24.
32. What do you think about the Cardinals rusher? Troy is killing the league this year and grabbing sacks, Allen. Do you think Pika is going to have problems with that rush? Because sometimes he seems to be a little indecisive where he's going with the ball.
He has a little trouble to get rid of the ball, to give it to his little running back named Isaiah. Isaiah is a big threat, too. He's small, but Pika's a great quarterback. He just got to get his mind set where he's at.
So what the defense gives you.
That's it. Listen, Pika's going to break that defense down.
So who do you think are Pika's main weapons going into this
Main weapons,
this week?
Chris and Brandon.
Chris and Brandon.
Yeah,
So
Chris
those are the
and
guys
Brandon.
the Cardinals got to stop down.
They're going to have to stop him.
And the Cardinals, he leads the lead in rushing, but he struggled to get Eric this week, and Eric is not a mobile quarterback at all, the quarterback of the boys. So, and Pika, his mobility is underrated. He can move in the pocket. So I think he will struggle to get Pika. And Pika, if you start checking it down to your running back,
yes,
it'll make your job easier. Don't put too much stress on yourself. You guys will win this game.
Yep, I got them winning 20-18.
20-18. Me, I got the Cardinals find a way to kind of pull out these wins to kind of keep their season alive. I think Jameer is a real deal. Bohannon, whether he's quarterback, receiver, whatever, he's going
to be a receiver.
Well, but my thing is he's showing his ability to be able to kind of get them out there and score. I got the Cardinals winning this one, a close one. I think it's going to be 20-19 Cardinals. And that does it for our first half games. Tune in for the second edition of Timoteo TV.